The
Elitist
Pizza
podcast. Let's just go right
Alright,
into it.
spoilers. Um,
All right, spoiler parts. But I gotta say, man, um, this is a very interesting first episode. I'll give you that.
so they kill He-Man. That's why the
Right
name
off the
actually
bat.
doesn't have He-Man. And I mean, I never watched the old series. Like I saw
Yeah,
a few scenes of
I
it,
did.
and so I don't really have like this connection to He-Man that maybe some other people do. But it
It's in the
feels
title.
it's even now, even though he's not really the main character, it feels like they're just killing the main character. And because everyone else just seems like side characters in comparison to He-Man, even as the second episode goes on, it still feels like a one-off episode where you're looking at the side characters.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I watched some of the. My dad was a fan, so he showed me some of the episodes from the '80s. I feel similarly. I do think that if you're going to kill off a character like He-Man, cause you do it like that. I think they did a good
Right? Yeah, I
job
think that if
with that part.
that's true.
Making it like you either
It's really epic.
it's like him and Superman are like the same, right? You know, either give him like an illness or something that they just can't deal with, or put him in a situation where it's like you have to save the entire universe, but you die. I think that part in and of itself, like the way he died, was fine, and I think they did a really good
Hello?
job of making He-Man feel cool. You know what I mean?
Well, they did two things well. They basically expanded the He-Man verse by like showing all the drama and how everything is. So like, oh, I never knew this area. So, but how was it before? It was like ass and there was no magic, you know. But they didn't do like a really good explanation. And then I don't like how they kept on bringing up He-Man, like actual like shit I thought I was gonna see watching the show. They kept them like putting He-Man there as a memory, like, haha, it's me, He-Man. Ha ha
Right.
ha. I'm like,
That was really weird.
why wasn't he in the
I've,
show instead of
I've
like
only
a
ever seen the
memory?
first two episodes, so I guess I haven't. I only saw that like one time, but
No,
Well, in the
yeah.
second episode,
They
they do
did it
that
more
once.
than once.
yeah.
They do that more than once.
Oh man, that's another one. I think that first episode, to be honest with you, I really enjoyed it. I think they did a good job with the
All
first
the action
episode.
and stuff was cool.
All the action was cool. It made me feel like He-Man was like just so cool.
Right.
Like I was like, dude, I
But
want to be He-Man.
I wish that
And
was
when they
just the whole show. I wish that it was just we got
yeah,
a
just
He-Man
He-Man.
show, and like he was just like every episode was just him just doing this awesome He-Man, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I
action.
Yeah.
have the power, bro.
And
Dude,
then
like,
you
go ahead.
maybe do that like the third season or something. Kill him when we're tired
Yeah,
of that.
or maybe even I know the first season's 5 episodes. Maybe even episode 5, build up to it, because it's
Right.
like you made him feel so freaking cool,
Right.
and then it's like, oh yeah, you know the only character that you like so far, he's dead.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
And
and then we're supposed, and so in the second episode they focus on. I don't even. Do you know what's her name, Dandy? You probably know.
Tila,
Tila.
I remember her
Tila.
name.
Okay. I don't. I don't even know her name, but like, which is kind of endemic of the problem. But it's like, so the second episode is totally based on her perspective, and the entire time I'm
yeah.
like, why do I care? Like, I don't really care about this person.
In this
person's-
show, you think that as well. Like the original show, you thought that same thing.
Okay.
And the entire like show entirety, you just imagine like where's the main cast? Everyone's gone. You took out the main villain, you took out the main hero, and then like they took all the loser characters and then twisted them around, and then you get to see how they act without their boss. They just act even crazier.
That sounds like it's just just as a new series, it doesn't seem to like it work very well. But it's
Yeah,
like
I
if it was like, okay, this is shitty for people who watch the '80s thing, then I could
Yeah.
be like, okay, well, you know, that kind of sucks. But like for me, going into it as totally fresh mind, I pretty much have the same feeling that they're referencing a previous work that's better, and they just kind of ruined it. And I didn't
yeah,
even watch the last one.
I think the problem is that I have two issues. I mean, as a creator, I can understand where Kevin Smith's coming from, but sometimes you gotta have somebody around to say, "Hey, that's not such a good idea, buddy." I mean, you set up He-Man to be so freaking cool, and then you just kill him off in the first episode. Like somebody's gonna be mad. Like you gotta imagine that. Like even the people who don't know about it, are watching it and they're like, "Yo, this He-Man dude is really freaking cool." Like, man, I'm gonna go back and watch the other show. And
Right.
then he dies, and it's like, oh, I wish we got more of him. And the other problem is that Tila and I don't remember the black girl's name. Tila and the black girl are just not interesting characters at all. Like, I almost fell asleep
Like
during the second episode.
if it was like a team up mission with He-Man, I think it would be cool to just kind of see those characters because they're not like
Hmm.
terrible characters, but they're not enough for like 20 minutes. They're not 20 minutes worth of characters. They'd be like 3 or 5.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think especially with Tila, with the black girl, I don't remember her name.
Right.
I think that I can't say anything bad about her,
Right.
but I also can't say anything good about her. She's just not special.
She seems like
There's nothing
really
really
flat.
special about her. Yeah, and then Tila, her reasoning for being mad was just like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm just like I don't think any regular person would be like if her dad getting kicked out of the palace, all right, whatever. Like that makes sense of her being mad about that, but her being like, "Oh, you guys lied about Adam's secret," after literally watching him get like vaporized, I just don't feel like she would care about them lying about the secret and be
She
more
wouldn't.
upset at the fact that he
Right.
literally just died right in front of her.
That's like
The
I don't.
show, basically the director on like as soon as you saw the character right interacting with one another, and then they continue the story with their thought processes like this, you already know like that character wouldn't act like that to begin with. If you watch the old show, she would not act like that. She wouldn't act emotional like that, and
was
she didn't have anything happen to her in the past shows like that. So it just made no sense.
well, that'd be like if Catwoman. Okay, think about it like this: if Catwoman was like a leader of a department in Wayne Tech or Wayne Enterprises, so like she's
Mhm.
met Bruce Wayne a few times, but then as Catwoman, she spent a lot of time with Batman. That would be like if Batman dies, then she realizes Bruce Wayne was Batman. Then she gets mad at like the chairman of Wayne Tech of Wayne Enterprises for not telling her. It's just like you wouldn't really think about it like you wouldn't really be that concerned about it, right? You'd just be like, oh, my friend Batman died. That's
He's
terrible.
dead.
Oh, he's also Bruce Wayne forever. That's how I think I would
Right.
react.
I think that's how most people react. I think it'd be more of a shock, like, wow, Adam was He-Man. That's crazy.
But He-Man's
But
also dead.
I'd be like, Adam just died. Like one of those things is more important than the other,
Right.
and it's not the fact that they kept a secret from. Oh my gosh, it's called a secret for a reason. Do they need to tell everybody?
Like
You didn't trust me with your secret.
All that would have
Because
done
it's
was
called a secret.
it would have just combined all the memories of like two people to one. It would just become that was my friend.
right.
So
Exactly.
Exactly.
that's what actually happened. Not she would separate the two and it's like you lie. They're all liars. All of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
no, she would think
He-Man also
my
lied.
friend's dead.
Like He-Man also kind of lied, right? Like he didn't tell her.
No, she was mad at him too. She was like, she's tired of all that bull crap. And then she goes anti-magic. And I can understand kind of why she'd go anti-magic, but I feel like it would be for a different reason than
Oh.
being like, you all lied to me. Because the whole thing is about everybody lying to her. And it's like, we don't care. Not, she shouldn't care either.
Okay,
That
That's
should be the
like
last thing. Like, later on, you should be like, huh, I wonder what else they're lying to me about. But like right now, you should be like, man, one of my best friends and potential love interests literally just died. I don't know. I felt like there was something there,
dude,
and it's like at least he liked her, and it
dude,
was
what made
like,
no sense.
wow, this dude died and he was He-Man. That's crazy. I had to go deal with that instead of they lied to me. Like,
Dude.
would you really even care?
Nah, I got something in my head that would like totally remove that side character, the black girl. She'd just be gone entirely. If you think about it, Tila, the girl, the side character that's not the main character, she she can make her own tech. She can literally design and stuff for herself because her dad literally invented
right.
the like half the weapons the military uses. So she would know how to build all that stuff herself and also develop stuff herself. So that means the tech girl is utterly useless.
Right.
So that
Like,
means
oh
they
wow.
introduced another character that was useless, and she would have done that herself. To be honest, I don't know why they added her. They could have just had
She's
Tila
black.
just run around, and
She's
then
black and she's smart. That's what they needed her for.
dude, it made no
Is
sense
she? Is she?
why.
Are they a couple or something too? I'm asking.
I don't think
Most
so.
like not because
It,
I
it
watched
feels
that
like
episode.
it feels like Tila likes her. I think.
Felt like that they
I don't
were
know.
trying
Yeah,
to
I
like
felt
tease
that,
that, but I don't think that they're gonna go that route.
but I watched
I
the
hope
later
not, 'cause it
episodes
seems
and
forced.
it's not. I watched the later episodes, remember? So
Okay.
I
Uh,
saw it.
at least
I
that's a
mean,
bright spot that it's not like forced. I
right?
just feel like it'd be forced to like introduced her just to be her love
Dude,
interest.
her existing is forced
I
because it's
think it would.
That is true.
unnecessary.
I think it would be cool if Theta is it Tita?
Tila.
What?
Tila.
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 Okay. Um, Tila, if Tila is like, if there's like this other chick who's like a similar thing, who's like a mercenary badass, it'd be cool. Like if they were both on like a similar case or something, and they were like they had
That
the
would
hots for
have
each
been
other.
cooler.
Like I think that would be cool. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with lesbianism
They
or
didn't
anything,
do it right.
but
They
it's
didn't
like
do
it
it
just
right though.
just feels. How did they
Right.
meet? Like, where do they even?
They didn't explain anything. Like
She doesn't even
she's
really need
just
her,
there.
so it's like,
She
why is she
doesn't need
there?
her. They don't even
Yeah.
have conversations in the show about how, ooh, you could have done this and added a neutron bomb to like
Right.
they didn't do nerd talk.
There was no,
Didn't do
yeah, there was
nerd
no
talk.
network. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's as far as I've seen in the show, she's like the black girl's like pretty useless in a fight. Like Tila kind of does all the
Yeah.
fighting for her,
Yeah.
and she's kind of just there. So it's like, why don't you be my guy in the chair and go somewhere else?
Right. That would make
And
sense.
and
Right.
or my
What?
girl in the chair in this case,
Yeah.
and I'll go do all the fighting because it's like, because at least in the second episode, it's not like they were fighting together. It's literally like Tila's like fighting and like pushing her out of the way to not get hurt.
Right.
So it's like,
It's like an
have?
escort.
Why would you be here? Go away.
just
I
a
don't have to worry
liability.
about
Like,
you. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I don't have to worry about you, and now I get to go bust somebody else up.
If she
It's
had
like
like a drone or
win-win for
something
everybody.
that she
No,
operates remotely.
I felt it a little sus. How like you first see them in like the weird little skunk cave, and
Mhm.
she was like, "Go, go do it. Go do the labor. Go dig in that trash." I was like, "Hold up, why is she doing that? Like making the side character go over there and dig for me, you loser." I was like,
Hey, you know what?
"Whoa."
Maybe that's part of the deal. Is like, hey, I mean, if it might be a
Why
trap,
did they chose the
get it
minority
going.
to do that anyway? Since they wanted to do tokenizing, why would they do that and put them in that light where they're just servants?
Dude, she's
I
that's
didn't
what
think
she is.
about it like
As a
that.
servant.
another
She's a slave.
dummy. That guy
I didn't.
did
No,
not direct as well.
the
He's an
story
idiot.
the story would make more sense if she was a slave. When-
What's wrong with you?
Hold up,
Hot
think-
take.
okay, think about it because she sends her in danger. Okay, she doesn't she doesn't really consult her with any decisions. So like when the woman hires them, she just kind of unilaterally accepts it, and like the black chick is like obviously showing concern, like, hey, I don't know if we should be going to Snake Mountain. She's like, oh, we're going. Like, it's not. This isn't a partnership relationship. At the very least, it's an employee-employer.
It's
but
like, yeah.
it's like, why would? But she doesn't really need to hire her, so it's like she inherited her as a slave or something. So she just. I mean, doesn't it?
Who
That's how it
knows?
feels to me.
I don't know. I haven't gone that far. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I think at the end. By the way, I mean, we were supposed to know that the old lady was Evil Lynn, right? We were supposed to know that. Because they didn't do a good job of hiding it. As soon as she came on screen, I was like, "That's Evil Lynn." I was like,
didn't-
"Yeah,
I
it's
noticed that
obvious."
too.
that. I just thought
You
it was
didn't-
some
you
weird
didn't-
old lady.
Nah, bro, I knew that. I knew the second she came on screen, I was like, "That's 100% Eva Lynn." That I don't know why. I was just like, I mean, I don't know. They had the same color eyes.
It's
I
the
was like,
makeup.
she's just coming out of the dark talking to Tila for no reason.
Yeah.
That's Evil Lynn. They're setting something up. But I think like if we remove these like really boring characters from the plot, like
Dude,
the
it'll
story,
be
the story
interesting.
actually seems like really cool.
Right.
Like
I
the
agree.
story itself seems like it could be like a really
If-
good idea, but it's
I-
just like they chose the wrong characters to keep. Like you could kill off He-Man all you want, but like Tila, like I don't care.
Dude, they
at
have
all.
way better ones. So if you watch the later episodes, it goes in arc. So it's peaks here when they had He-Man. It drops really hard for a couple episodes, and then characters are getting along. You knowing more about them personally. It goes up when they start introducing like other characters in there, like Man at Arms. They have him there doing a little bit of action here and there in one of the episodes,
No,
and
let's
then
just talk about these two episodes.
all right. So these two episodes, I do like the new occult they added, the new religion.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what
that
I
was
get.
cool. Yeah, like I said, everything surrounding these two characters, if they're not in there, we could put Dandy and Wyatt in there for all I care. it would
It
be
would be
like
better.
way more interesting. It'd be way more I mean, it probably would be way more interesting.
Yeah, it
just 'cause
would.
it's like, what
We're
am I doing here?
screaming. We're screaming. Ah, ah, and then
It's
like fire
running through
bats.
Ah!
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
how
why.
he's
I
fighting,
feel like one of you would drink the little potion for some reason. I feel like somebody would do it.
I would have well, not after I saw what happened to the guy. I mean,
Yeah, but I feel like if you didn't see it, you'd just be like,
I would
okay.
I probably would have
that
took
would-
it because I would have been thirsty. But
But
looks like
that
not even
cold
actually
thing,
liquid. Like,
yeah,
it's
that
actually
cold
liquid.
thing was so cool though. Like the part with the little girl, I think that was a little girl. It might have been a
Yeah, it
little
was
boy.
a little girl.
That
yeah.
actually got me. That actually got me, bro. I
Yeah,
was
that got
like,
me
she
too.
came over to help her, and then the turn her head. I was like, oh, yo, this is kind of sick.
yeah, I would
It's
drink the
just that-
juice if I like didn't care about my life and I want to be a cool robot.
Robot. Like if you wanted to commit suicide, you were
That's
like,
why
I will not die. I will just simply become a cool robot.
that's why I feel like you would do it. Like I didn't want to say it at first, but I was like 80% sure that you would do it, just because I was like, there's no way he doesn't want to be a cool robot. There's like now, it's like some little part of you deep down inside that'd be like, if I had to take this and I could die, it's like a 90% chance that I die, but like 10% chance I become like a cool robot. I'm gonna take my chances.
Roll those dice.
I don't know why I feel like that's what you would do, but I mean,
Yeah.
if something was guaranteed to give me like mutant powers like an X-Man for like 5%, I'm taking it. I'll be like, yo,
Taking it.
I,
What's
if
the
I get
point
to
in
be
living
Cyclops,
after-
but
if I reject that, I'm gonna want to kill myself anyway for not taking it. So.
exactly, the only thing that matters in life is that I'm an X. Watch me get like one of the Dookie powers, like Forget Me Not, where everybody just does. All right, off
That
topic.
would,
Off
dude,
topic.
forget me not would be cool, dude, because you could like go and murder people and shit.
It'd be fun for like a couple years, but anyway, back to He-Man.
Rob Banks. Okay, so
Back to Masters of the Universe, rather.
I think that's pretty much everything, right?
Yeah,
Think
I think
that-
we've covered just about everything.
Oh, they go back to the Hall of
Um,
Wisdom, but that's not really
They
concluded.
they literally revamped everything of the show to an extreme extent. So like they didn't think about this 1 second. They thought when they introduced all the old characters from the original show in a good highlight, like a good light, like that, they could have literally just remade the whole entire TV show just like that in that same style with that same type of abilities, and the show would have been fire as fuck. Like every single episode just remade like that.
bro, yes.
They could have just done that, and they would have been making bank, and everyone would have loved it, and they would have had great highlights and great like rewards for that shit. But they didn't. What they said was they wanted to do the thing where they want to make their name up there because they're like, oh, we're artistic geniuses and stuff. Look at our cool thing that we changed up into something unique. And I'm like,
This-
no, dude, this
this
is
feels
not the
like-
franchise. It's not the franchise to do that.
This show feels,
feels like
like
it's-
you had a good show, like you had a really good He-Man remake that went on for like 5 seasons. Then you had the shitty spin-off show that like nobody
It's-
likes. That's
yeah,
what
it's
this
a
show feels
spin-off.
like.
Exactly.
like,
Because,
thi-
like you
this
said,
is the original design. Like this is the exact way, right?
Right.
They somehow made that look cooler. So
exactly. He-Man looks goofy, and they made him
Looks
like,
cool.
bro. When he put both the halves of the sword in there, I was about to. I was like,
yeah.
this is the coolest thing. I went into it already knowing he's about to die, and I was like, He-Man is the coolest thing in the world right now. I was like, it goes Spider-Man, Superman, He-Man. Like I even had him bypass Batman for a second. I was like, this is if they made this show entirely like this, I would be the biggest fan. I'm buying all the merch. Like He-Man,
Merch.
like they should have done that. Like you said, like bro, He-Man felt so cool. He's like a big blonde, muscular dude in like a loincloth or something. Like it's not supposed to be that cool.
He's not
but
even
for s-
normal.
Somehow they made it like so freaking cool in the show, and like I said, they made it believable. Like when they were like, "He-Man, you're the only man in the universe who could do this," I'm like, "Yo, like I believe He-Man could." Even though I knew he was gonna die, I was like, some part of me still believed that like he was gonna
Well, he was
survive.
able to do it.
I was like, yeah, I mean, he was exactly. I was like, bro, I do not know too much about the universe. I haven't seen every episode. I'm like, bro, there's no way anybody else could do this with He-Man. It's He-Man, bro.
Okay, so let's review it. All right, well, after that,
All right.
let's
We
move
need to
on.
do a second review because the rest of the 3 episodes, Can we end it here? Because we got like more than
I was
30.
about no, no. I was about okay. No, okay. So what was about to say was let's rank it all out of 8 on the pizza scale, and then we'll
All
end it.
right.
Because right now
Alright,
we're at
we
30 minutes.
just both episodes or just the first two? I mean, at the same time or one at a time?
One at a time.
First
Both. All right.
episode.
So
I'm gonna go first. So out of 8 slices,
Yep. 8
I'm gonna
slices.
do.
4 is average.
I'm gonna do like 5 out of 5.
You just refuse
5 out
it's
of
to
8.
5.
follow the
It's
scale
it's an 8.
Oh,
It's out of 8.
because it's a pizza.
out of 8. Oh shit.
You get me? So 4 is average.
5 slices.
5 slices. Okay, slightly above average.
Okay, that's pretty good. Okay,
First
I'm gonna
number
I'm
one.
gonna go.
Right.
I'm gonna go. Bro, y'all gonna hate me for this one, bro. Episode 1, 7 slices. That joke was fire, bro. For like out of 25 minutes, for 20 straight minutes.
Yeah,
I was hyped, bro.
I was
That's
hyped.
a good. That's a solid 7, bro. Solid 7 out of 8. I have to say it, bro.
I call it a 7 out of 8 as well. For the same reason.
Alright.
I concur with Kwan. Second what
The re-
Kwan said.
The reason why I said like 5 out of
Mhm.
out
Yeah,
of
don't
8
try to
is because I
justify it.
didn't. Oh no.
No, you're
Alright.
wrong.
Next,
No
You're
defense-
wrong.
there's no
8,
defense to
7,
what you just
7
said.
is
No,
the
I was-
right
no.
answer.
I was defending my stuff.
You don't
Let's
get
go
the
now.
Go ahead,
platform
go ahead.
because you. Okay, you can go ahead if you want.
All right. It's because of the animation quirks. I was just like looking at all the stuff, and then when they panned off to the soldiers, like thousands of soldiers killing each other, all I saw was them getting blown up, and then in the distance you saw them as dots. I was like, I wanted them to zoom in. I want to see the soldiers going like, yeah, fuck you, Grayskull. That's why I wanted to see those motherfuckers go at it. I wanted to see like thousands of
Okay.
fucking Skeletor followers and man at arms killing each other.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you that. All right.
Alright,
For
You know it's
episode
gonna
2.
be-
Episode 2, same format. Dandy, you go first.
All right. Episode 2 is a way worse score. I'll do 3 out of 8 because I look at that side character and I just wonder why.
Okay. And you know what? Episode 2, same thing. I'm gonna go 3 as well. It's not average. Like the story, like we said, the plot, if you remove those characters, pretty good. But they're just so boring. I just couldn't care less. So I'm gonna give it 3. 3 out of 8.
I want to give it a 4, but I think that's not because I think that this episode is better than you guys think it is. It is. I just think that the average show is worse than I think you guys think it is. Because I see an average episode of just any show, and that gives me the same feelings that this show gives me, where I think
Okay.
this isn't really that interesting. I can kind of sit and watch through this, but I really don't want to. It's just interesting enough to not make me fall asleep, and that's what this show is, and I think that's what the average TV show is. So I'm giving this a 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8.
That's
All
fair.
right.
That's fair.
We did it.
So we'll see you guys for the next 3.
Yeah. You need to watch those other 3.
You. Once you scroll down, you tap that subscribe button. Tap that bell button too. Every time we upload a video, I want you to see it. I want you to be notified that video is uploaded, and I want you to watch it. Something else I want you to do. I want you to go in the description of this video. Give us some money. Follow us on Twitch. You see us on Twitch? Tune in. Watch us live. Talk to us. You want to talk to us? There's a Discord link there too. Connect with us.